So instead of going to the powwow, I decided to go to a different diversity act. And so I went to UWL tonight, and I thought it was going to be an awareness through performance act by ATP, but it ended up being like open mic, open stage to whoever wanted to get up and talk about their stories. And so it did play into diversity a lot, but it also played into how people view life and all that above. And anybody could get up and say whatever they wanted. And I thought this was really cool because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to speak what's on their mind. And it's an awesome idea to go up and sing a song about it. Or a lot of people did poetry or they would rap about it. And they just told their life experiences a little by little in each of their works, and it was awesome. A lot of people played guitar, which was really cool. They made up their own songs. A lot of the songs that they did seemed like super depressing, but at the same time, it was like their life story and just kind of showed that, whoever you are, that you can do whatever you want in life. And um, uh, like one of the guys, Lucas, he was gay and he did a lot of poetry. I think he did like three different poems. And um like in his poems he like told how he came out of the closet, and it was very interesting to learn that it was really hard for him, and it didn't happen until he was in his 20s, and he was scared when he was like 16 to tell to the world that he was gay, and he didn't want to tell his parents or anybody. But when he did, he called them because he was too scared to say it to them in person. And all of his brothers, he had four brothers, I think, he said, and they all like respected who he was. And he said it was just like a great relief to like finally be able to be who he was. Like 10 years down the road, he can finally be that person that he always wanted to be and be happy about it. Um, Another girl that came up there, her name was Sarah, and she had a social anxiety disorder. And she talked a little bit about like mental disorders and how that you don't know somebody, you don't know what they go through, and so you should never judge anybody. And she also said that everyone should tell their own stories, which I thought was very awesome of her to say because she made a lot of people actually want to go up there and tell their stories. And she said something that a lot of people like to tell other people's stories, or they don't know, but they don't know the true stories. And everybody has stories to tell. And so it's very interesting to know that, you know, listen to what people have to say because they might actually have very good stories. And even so, everyone's stories are unique. And so it's a great way to learn about other people, is just to listen to them and hear them out. Um, yeah, and just a lot of people just did poems, and they were all very awesome. Like, I sat there for a very long time just listening to all these things because I was just so inspired that like people actually like can get up there and say these poems and sing these songs in front of audiences that, they created themselves. Like all of these poems and stuff were things that they came up with, and they were all beautiful. I thought they were all super unique. And um another guy who I really liked, he talked a lot about how life is too short. And he was talking about somebody close to him that had died. And he was just saying how life is so short, you never know when it's going to be taken away from you. And so that you need to live your life, you know, be nice. Like, and he's like, give your father a hug, give your mother a hug, give your sister a hug, give your friends a hug. And he just said, be true to everybody because you never know when they might be gone or you might be gone, and you never got a chance to say something to them. And I thought he was super inspiring. And um, I know I'm supposed to say about like the history, but I honestly don't know the history of awareness through performance. I just know that they deal a lot with like racism, sexism, anything that has to do with pretty much people hating one another. And I think that how it can apply in expanding our views of society is that people, the more that they go and listen to this stuff, I think that they'll feel like they know them and they like can understand where they come from. And like you can call somebody out and say like, oh, that person's gay, but like you don't know anything about them whatsoever. So I think it's just really inspiring to go listen to all these people's stories and to learn about their histories, learn like about their background and how they're different from you. And even though that they are different from you, you actually have a lot in common with these people, and they're awesome. And everyone's like different in their own ways. So I think it could be very useful if everybody went and listened to these people talk more. Just like when I went to the Prism thing, at WTC, they said that they wish that more people would come to the event because there was only like 30 people there. And I couldn't agree more. Like, take an hour, 2 hours out of your day for like once a month and just go see this. Like, it's amazing to hear what these people have to say in their stories. So, um, yeah, that pretty much wraps up what I went to go see. I don't know, it was just really interesting. And it wasn't what I expected. I didn't know that it was actually going to be like anybody could go up and talk. I thought it was actually a play that ATP was doing. But it was awesome to hear all these people talk that were just in the crowd. So that was cool. Thanks.